I'm gay.
So bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
Hey guys, it is Tristan with Nerdouts Newsstand, and I want to tell you about the most ridiculous controversy I have seen in a very long time. It is about Poison Ivy being a main villain in Injustice 2 Go, which is simply a mobile game that used to be kind of popular, but really isn't anymore, so I don't really see the issue in it. She was the main villain in a team-up, and we have Kotaku mad, and we're going to look at the article, that she is a queer character and they are beating her up. Talk about tone deaf. You want good representation. That is equality. Whether it is right now or being beat up or next month. It is absolutely ridiculous. So I want to give a little bit of a backstory as to why I think she's actually the main one in this and why I think that, it was probably smart to make her this villain team up character, right? So right now, if you are reading Batman or Detective Comics, mostly Batman, but we are seeing Poison Ivy come out in full force. I think she is being set up at this point by James Tynion to be a bigger threat than Scarecrow or the Magistrate or Nakano, any of these characters in the long run. Because we have her return to Gotham, but she is in a state where she cannot be bothered or it could be her death. She's actually taken the green and completely encompassed herself to the point where she is under Gotham City and she is taking her roots and going all around Gotham. So if she is killed, all of Gotham crumbles. And of course, that's going to take some time. That's why I think she's the long run villain as compared to somebody like the Magistrate, who I would likely see, at this point. I'm getting a little sick of it, but even so, we'll have to wait and see. Now, this whole article I'm going to show you is about Injustice 2, a game, first off, that hasn't been popular in a very long time. I liked Injustice 2 mobile. I liked it because it was related to Injustice, right? I loved playing it. I sat there. All you do is just, swipe, do this, swipe, do that, swipe, do that. You can't even really get good at it, but you can upgrade your gear and such, right? Just like in Injustice. So they picked her. I don't get it. What about maybe they picked her because, like I said, she's a big part of the Batman comics and the mythos right now. Or maybe it's because she is a queer character and they wanted to represent her as a strong badass because you can't kill her. You need a whole community to kill her. I don't understand these people. This is what Kotaku does. And we talked not that long ago about journalism. And I said, not every journalist is bad. Okay, well, most of them, but it seems like they're just making the point that maybe more and more actually are. So they talk about Poison Ivy, who is a canonical bisexual character. It's a strange way to celebrate that she is the main team up. So it's funny because this original tweet has been removed. That's fucking hilariously tone deaf. One of Reset Era, which I've never been on that platform. I've never even seen it besides in videos. I know it's a terribly, terribly bigoted platform, right? You there's no free speech over there. So, and people got mad. At least they've got a rainbow profile picked. Another one wrote, all of the ones that they are using are gone. All of the tweets they're using are gone. So they realized probably how stupid they were. At least they've got a rainbow profile pic. And then, the beloved pride celebration of repeatedly punching a barely oh my God. I didn't read that till just now. A barely clothed bisexual woman in the face. Okay. Yeah. She doesn't have any clothes on, if you want to be technical. She has fucking plants on. Plants, you idiots. Now, what this led to was Injustice 2 Mobile coming out and saying, we recognize associating our latest global challenge. That's what it is. It's a team up challenge. She can't be beat by one person. Okay. With Pride was insensitive. No, it wasn't. And inappropriate. Again, no, it wasn't. Real life violence against LGBTQIA community and women within that community in particular are all too common, and we should actively engage in efforts to end LGBTQIA violence, not normalize it. It's a video game where you beat each other up. Nobody ever for a second thought you were trying to normalize violence against women or LGBTQIA plus people. Nobody thought that. Maybe a few crazy lefties, but the fact that you're letting yourself get canceled over something so silly and change your whole format of your game is absolutely the tone deaf part of it. It is bending to people that do they play I can't say anything. I don't play your game anymore. But even so, we apologize to the greater community, but especially the LGBTQIA plus members. We are committing to listening and doing better. Now, had that been a real reason to do this, I would have thought this was a pretty good apology. Anybody that, admits their mistakes and listens and learns from them is I think that's awesome. But in this case, that's not what's happening. What's happening is there was 3 or 4 people. 3 or 4 people. Think about that. That complained. And of those 3 or 4 people, 3 or 4 people deleted their complaints because they realized in the larger scale of things that it was ridiculous. But before they could delete it, a journalist, quotations journalist, I guess, I wouldn't call that journalism, got a hold of them and decided they wanted a few clicks. Decided that they wanted to bash DC Comics for something they do on a normal basis, a team-up challenge. I don't understand anymore how something can be so silly and still cause a ruckus. Like, are we really past the point of like logic and normalcy and I don't know. I guess so. Anyways, of course, let me know what you guys think about this. If you think, that should have been removed, that was terrible. Poor Poison Ivy. She's so not clothed and bisexual. And I love Poison Ivy. She's one of my top 3 characters ever. I have no problem with okay. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.